Welcome back. Welcome back to Bakoinvest. This is week 42 of my $50 a day investing journey into one stock for 20 years. Every week, I document the streak, the shares, the portfolio, and the discipline behind the prediction. So basically, this is a journey where I document everything every week. I don't hide anything. I show the losses, the wins. By the way, if you see me looking down on my phone, these are my notes. So that way I make sure I don't miss anything. So tonight we're going to break down what actually happened this week, what I bought through, and why consistency matters more than anything. If you really want to invest, this is really a great channel. There's no hype on this channel. There's no fakeness. Everything I show you is real screenshots. I drop a short every single day and show you how to show how this journey is going. So if you really want to know, if you really want to see where the journey goes, because this is a 20-year journny, so it's an experiment that I'm doing for 20 years, investing $50 every single day, and I'm less than 10 weeks away from completing year one of this journey. So it's not new. I've been doing it for the past, I don't know, 9 months. Somebody help me in the chat and let me know. So let me pull up. This week was very wild. This week was very wild. Where's the screenshot that I took? Yeah, this week was very wild, and really, it was crazy. Strategy, which is the only stock that I'm investing in for 20 years, which is this week, which is last week, of course. At some point, it was down almost a 101%, a 101 per share. That's crazy, especially if you've been holding it since I think it was like a 532. So, but they did an earning report, and it came back up as crazy. So my portfolio was almost at 62% down. But by the end of the day, which was Friday, it came back. I think across the week at 49%. Let me pull out the screenshot. Yes, I closed the week at 48.67%, so which is roughly almost 50%. I've been doing this since April 1st, 2025. So it's not new. This is the experiment that I'm doing. This is the experiment that I'm doing for 20 years. So this is not something new. What did I learn from this week? What did I learn from week 42? Week 42 was very wild. It confirmed everything I've been saying. I mean, I'm not the only one who's been saying it, but the market does not go up the market does not go up or down in a straight line. If you hold the stock long enough, it's going to test all the boundaries. It's going to test your emotions, your pocket, because especially if I'm doing $50 a day, I still have to show up with a $50 a day no matter what. So I have to come up with that. This is a very interesting journey because I know nobody out there who's documenting these kind of things, at least every single day, because like I say, I drop a short to explain how every single day went. This is not flashy. What I'm doing is not flashy. It's for some people, it could be uncomfortable just to think that it's 20 years. That's a long time. That's something that requires discipline and mindset that anything can happen. Because 2 decades is a very long time. Because this journey won't end until April 21st of 2045. So, to be honest, I'm very excited. And I'm proud of myself because I didn't think I could do it for this long. Since April 21st, 2020. So I'm 9 weeks away from completing year one. And for a lot of people, when you see me, you might think I'm new to this investing world. I'm not new. This is not new to me. I've been investing since 2018. Yes, it's not that long ago, but it's almost 10 years. And then 2020, during COVID, that's the later when my mind was opened. because I invest 100, I think it was 1,832 into Dogecoin. I think at that point it was like a 0.0032 when I bought it. And a few months later, it went up like crazy. It went, I think, to like 0.72 cents, which is massive, from 0.0032 to 0.72 cents. I think at some point my portfolio was, not my portfolio, but my Dogecoin portfolio was up about 17,000%. That's when, my mind, I think I cashed out like 151, but then I sold it. I did not sell at the top. We remember when Elon Musk went to SNL, and then whatever he said, and the Dogecoin dipped when he called it a side hustle. So I waited for a little bit. I thought it would come back up. But again, it kept dropping. Once it got to 0.42, I sold it. So my 1,832, I sold, I think I cashed out 151,000. That was mind blowing. That was mind blowing. And to be honest, that kind of return, it's rare. I don't know if I'll ever get like that kind of return in one stock ever, or crypto ever again. Because that's turning 1,800 into 151,000. That's massive. That's unheard of. To a lot of people, it sounds unreal, but this is the moment where my mind was opened. Yes, I made a few mistakes along the way. I tried to chase, like the same hype, investing like in the Safe Moon, got burned, investing in other small cryptos, that are being hyped. I got burned, but I learned the lesson. Just buy and hold, which is the point of this whole journey. The point of this whole journey is to prove to people that you don't need thousands and thousands of money. You don't even need to be. You don't even have to own a business. You can do this with just your employment, and I guarantee you, you have a high chance of beating, the rate of your 401k or pension. Plus, this one you have a full control of choosing which stocks or ETF you want to go heavy on. I'm a long-term believer. I don't believe in day trading. I don't believe in swing trades. Yes, I do those on the side for fun, but I'm a long-term believer. I believe in the long term. I believe if you give your asset, it could be stock, it could be crypto, it could be, I don't know, gold, silver, whatever you're into. If you just give it like enough time, to reach its full potential, you can cash out big. And what people don't know is, if it's something you believe in, you really don't even need to cash out. All you can do is, let's say you invested across 20 years. Let's say you invested, I don't know, 300,000, and then that 300,000 turned into $1 million. So instead of selling your assets and pay taxes, you can just simply borrow against, let's say your portfolio at that point is at 1 million. You can borrow, I don't know, let's say your living is what, 50K a month, a year. You can just borrow 50K against your portfolio, and then use it, because at that point it's a loan. It's called a margin loan. This is the money that I think you need to have at least 200,000, 2,000. No, you need to have a $2,000. Yeah, 2K in your brokerage to be qualified for the margin. So you don't need to sell your asset. This is why these people like Elon Musk, for instance, Elon Musk bought Twitter, which is now X. He didn't sell his stuff. He just borrowed against his Tesla stocks. So basically, he didn't pay taxes. So we can do the same. We can do the same, especially for immigrants. Let's say you have $300,000 in your brokerage account. You don't need to sell it to go back home to buy a house. You can borrow against it. Yes, don't be reckless, because the danger of using the margin is, if the market comes down so fast, you might get liquidated. The brokerage can be forced, to sell your assets to cover however much you took. But let's say you have like 300K, which I know it's possible. Really, you just need to put in time and effort. And there's money everywhere. You just need to look for it. So what you can do is, instead of selling your asset to go build a house or start a business back home, I'm talking to immigrants right now. What you can do is you can invest your money here in the US, leave it in a brokerage account, maybe put in like an ETF, something safe, for example, or if you're wired like me into something, I don't know, Bitcoin, strategy, Nvidia, something that has a high return, but again, any volatile asset, it gives you a high return, but again, something can give you a heart attack because it goes up and down as fast. So let's say you have the $300,000 in a brokerage account. Instead of selling your asset, let's say you want to start a business back home. That's what, 30,000? Let's call it 50,000. What you can do, you can just simply take borrow against your money. And the good thing about borrowing in your brokerage account, you don't need any paperwork because they already have your asset. If you don't pay, they can just sell your asset. So that's the good part about it. But the thing is, you can borrow against your asset. Let's say you have $300,000 in there. You can take like 50,000 and then invest them back home. You don't pay taxes since it's a borrowed money. And then at that point, now you are investing in your country and in the United States. This is literally the cheat code. The cheat code is you need to learn how to leverage what you already have to multiply it. You borrow against your asset, meaning you didn't sell your asset. You take the borrowed money, you invest it back home. So now you have an investment. Let's say you come from Ghana. Now you have money in Ghana. Now you have assets in Ghana and in the US without doing more, without needing more money. You're literally using the same money you already have to get more asset. This is how all these rich people really get rich. It took me a while to understand this. But I know, with things that I know right now, give me a few years. Because literally, you don't need to, like I said, especially if you're an immigrant, all you need is just pull money, invest in the stock market, borrow against the stock, and then invest the money back home that you borrowed. So which means you didn't sell your asset in the United States, and now you are investing in your home country too. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but all you need is just, if you don't believe me, I'm not saying borrow against it right now. Just open a brokerage account. There's a links in the description. If you're a beginner, I recommend Robinhood. And if you're a beginner, I recommend Robinhood. And just open a brokerage account, put in like 2,000 and see. They'll automatically give you another $2,000 credit. So which means if you invest that $2,000, you can borrow up to 50% of what you already have in. But like I said, you have to be responsible though. You can't just say you're going to borrow every dollar, because if the market comes down, you might be forced to sell, because these companies they cannot lose their money. If they see that your stock is falling fast and you can't cover it, they will sell a portion of your stocks to cover the loan that you already took. But just use the links in the description. One of them, it could be, I don't know, Robinhood, Webull. If you're a beginner, don't know what you're doing, I prefer you start with Robinhood. It's easy. And if you are a little bit technical, you can just you can use Webull. And of course, both of them, they give you a free stock. If you're into crypto, you can use Coinbase or crypto.com. But that's another point. I'm just saying, give it a try. Use the links in the description. But I think a little bit went off. The reason why I'm doing this 20-year journey is that I believe in 20 years, strategy will be massive. That's my belief. I did not say I know. There's a difference between I know and I believe. So, because I believe in the Bitcoin, I believe in the future of crypto, So the reason that's the whole point of me investing in MicroStrategy, which is now strategy. So that's why in 20 years it's going to be massive. That's my belief. In 20 years, strategy is going to be massive. Unless if they change. But if they change, I can change too. But at this point, I believe in where Sailor and strategy are heading. Because I've seen some comments, people say, why can't you just invest in Bitcoin? And, since it's the real thing. Yes, I can invest in Bitcoin as the real thing. But I also know that every time Bitcoin goes up 1%, strategy or MicroStrategy goes up 3 to 5%. So that tells me that if Bitcoin goes to 1 million, for instance, strategy will go 3 to 5 times that. I'm not saying strategy going to get to 1 million per share. I'm just saying percentage-wise, strategy will either double or quadruple. Because I'm not in this. Yes, I know a lot of people, like especially these hardcore Bitcoiners, respect for you guys. They're into this for the technology and the money. But I'm in this for the money. I do. Technology is good, but I'm not a tech guy. So I'm in this for the money. I'm not going to lie. Said that, oh, I believe in a tech. No, I believe in a tech. I believe in a future. But the point is, I'm in this for the money. That's why no matter what, I'm going to stick with this. I've been doing it for 42 years. That's a long time. And I do this for 365 days. So I don't miss any day. I know it might sound crazy. The stock market does not open for 365 days. But the way I do it is every Monday to Friday, every day whenever the market is open, I automatically invest $50. And then on Monday, on the top of that daily $50, I also automatically invest $100. Remember, I said on Monday, I invest $100 extra. Its setup is automatic to cover for Saturday and Sunday. And whenever there's a holiday where the market was closed, the day before or the day after, I invest $50 extra just to cover for that holiday. That's how I do my 365 days. So meaning every year I invest 18,250. It's a lot of money. Yes, to a lot of people, what I'm doing is just, I don't know, they see me be like some kid playing with toys. Sure. But to the 99% of us, $50 a day for 365 days a year, for 365 days a year, for 20 years, it's a very long time. So I've been doing it for 42 weeks without missing a day. That's, even myself, I can't believe I went this. I've been doing it for that long. That's literally like 9 months, if not more. Can do the math, let me know. The journey continues. It's fun. Strategy was very volatile in week 32. I mean, this week 42. Like I said, at some point, its share price was at 101, almost under 100. But I think now it's back up at the moment. Let's see where it is. Where is it right now? As of today, today is Monday. Yeah, today's Monday, February 9th. So I'm yeah, and today's Monday, February 9th, which is day 1 of week 43. And of course, sometime today, I'm going to make a show after the market closes. So, but as of today, strategy it's back at 138. So whoever bought it, because on Friday it went up, I think like 26%. Yeah, I did make a video. You can double check. You can check my shorts. The last show I did, I think it was up 26% on Friday. So that's massive. So whoever sold on Thursday because it was dumping, they lost, because the next day it came up massively, 26% in one day. That's massive. What I'm doing is literally what like a perfect stock market does. Because I know there's a lot of people out there. I'm not saying everyone is fake, but the majority, they like, they show like fake screenshots. They show fake money. But what I'm doing is rare. Maybe there's few people doing it, but I don't know any. Because I'm showing the losses, the wins, and I give a weekly update here on the Bakoinvest.com YouTube channel. So, because 5 years, 10 years from now, 15 years, I want to look back and see how far I've come, how grown I became. Because by the time this end, I think I'll be like 53. I mean, I'm talking about this journey. And do I know what I'm going to do after this journey end? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to lie. If I say I know what I want to do, I'll be lying. Whether I'll hold, whether I'll sell, I don't know. But I believe in a holding. And it will depend how stable strategy or MSTR is by then. That'll be April 21st, 2045. That's when this journey is going to end. Because it started on April 21st, 2025. So it's fun. It's fun. I Larry, let's forget about strategy for a little bit or this MSTR. This is me documenting myself daily because I do a daily shorts. I don't know how long I'm going to keep up with daily shorts, but hopefully I'll find the 30 minute to 1 hour, 30 seconds to 1 minute a day to do a daily short every single day. But what I'm trying to say is this is me documenting myself. I can always look back and be like, oh, on February 9 2026, how did I look? My kids can go back and look. My grandchildren can go back and look. So this is an archive. This journey is not just by MSTR. Yes, it is just by MSTR. But if you look deep down, I'm even documenting my journey, how I change, how I look. Was I what was my mood on that day? So it's hard, but it's cool because I can always look back and see what kind of mood was I in? Was I happy? Was I down? Let's say like right now, I have a 9 to 5, but again, I have a business that I've been doing for 5 years. And this is like our busiest season of the year. Usually January to April, that's like our busiest season, season of the for this business. So you can tell that I'm sleeping less because I'm working longer hours. But the point is, 10 years from now, I can always come back and look at myself and be like, oh wow, he looks so tired. I I I can look back to these awkward moments, the pause, how I'm thinking like in a real life, in a real time. So it's cool. I think what I'm doing, I wish somebody would have done it because I remember searching on the internet to see if somebody have ever bought a stock every single day, just to see, how like the actual real market works. Because most people they only show like fiction stuff. They show you what they want to show you. What I'm showing is uncomfortable because most people have no balls to do it. That's what's interesting about this journey because I'm showing you the wins, the losses, where I'm down 50%, 60% down. Uh, I want I want people to have what I couldn't find on the internet when I started investing back in 2018. So I'm going to be curious to see. And another thing is the reason why I started to go live. I really want articulate my communication. Yes, I do scripted. Some of the scripted. Because some of the videos are very scripted, but this live, this is me talking in a real time. So I'm not. I'm thinking, and I'm thinking in a real time. This is the real me. So I want to see. I think this would be great for my communication improvement. So here's the thing. This is week 42. If you just came in on the chart, if you just came into the chart, this is week 42 of investing $50 every single day into one stock, which is strategy or MSTR for 20 years. This is going to be a very crazy journey. At this point, some people might say we're in a crypto winter, but I say we're not yet, because everything still looks stable. It looks like correction. But what I'm trying to say is, special sense I'm into something that's 100% tied to Bitcoin. Yes, strategy is on tech business on the side, but Bitcoin is like its biggest business. You can see how volatile this is going to be, especially during like crypto winter. People said there's like a black swan coming. During a crypto winter, there's always some stuff going on. So this coming crypto, yes, it's not going to be like my first crypto winter, this coming crypto winter, but it's going to be my first crypto winter of this journey. So I'm going to see how I'm going to cope with this. So far, yeah, the market's down. I think Bitcoin is like 50%, more than 50% down from I think it was like a 126, 129. But yeah, now Bitcoin is let me see, where's Bitcoin right now? So strategy is a 138. BTC. Bitcoin is 70,000. So 70,000 from 126, I think 129. It's a lot. This is great because I think I'm enjoying this journey so far. There's nothing flashy about it. There's no crazy editing in these videos. This is just me speaking in real time, sharing my journey, sharing how for the 2 weeks of, I'm doing like a weekly live. You can always join me. Like I said, this is like the busiest season, so my live could be on Mondays because that's when I have like a little bit of room to breathe. But normally the live will be every Saturday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time or 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You can always join me, and I will appreciate. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, because we are at the beginning of this journey. So I still have 19 years and some changes left until the journey is complete. So we're talking about almost 2 decades left for me of doing this. Investing every single day, going live, sharing, my how I feel on on a daily basis. I trust MSTR because of its volatility and its potential, which I think is high potential. But again, it's going to take someone with a certain mindset to stick with it for 20 years, even for 3 years. Because the strategy, it goes up fast and goes down fast. Last year in 2025, I think it topped at 532. And today, which is in February of 2026, is down to like, so year to date, let's just, let's see, strategy. Okay, so yeah, year to date is 10% down, but year from now, so that means it's almost 60% down from its top. It's at the moment is 50. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a 58% down. And as of today, where's my portfolio? Yes, I'm going to make a video about it, but I can share with you to show you that this is real. You can see it in a real time. I don't know if you can see how these numbers are moving. This is like in a real time. So yeah, this is going to be fun. This is a 20-year journey. It's a 20-year journey, and I believe, to be honest, I'm so excited to see where this ends. because investing in one stock, I know there will be another stock that's going to pop out. I feel like getting in them. I feel like sharing them. I'm not doing this for views. I'm doing this for me. If I'm being honest, I'm doing this for me or anyone who feels like they need a lot of money to start investing. You can start with something small. You can start with something like $1 a day. You can start with something like $50 a week, $20 a day, $100. Really, it depends on how big your pocket is. All you just need to get a brokerage account, which is you can use the links in the description and get free stocks, but you just need to start investing. Like I say in the middle of this video is, like I said in the middle of this live is, as long as you have money in a brokerage account, you can borrow against it. You don't have to sell your asset, because once you sell your asset, you pay taxes. So you can always borrow against it, but just don't be too reckless. This live is for week 42. And to close it up, I can just say, let me see, we ended week 42. The portfolio was 57.16 shares. The average cost is 263.29. My market value or portfolio value was 7,725. So I closed week 47. I closed week 42 almost 49% down. So today, I'm going to shoot a video later today for a daily show for week 43, because today is day one. I'm shooting this on day one of week 43. So far, looks like strategy is coming back up. Bitcoin is finding its bottom, but let's be real, nobody knows the bottom or anything. But it looks like it's starting, to stabilize. So I'll see you guys in week 42, and let's see how it goes.